Well, that was unexpected. That was the expert deciding to crash just because my face came on. I don't know. It just decided to rebel against me streaming, and everything blew up, which made me sad because now I had to restart the stream, and now everyone's going to be like, "What happened to you, man? You used to be good. Now you're not even on." And I'll be like, I know, man, I know. It's bad. Hello. My name is the Adipose, not in real life, obviously, but you can call me Addy. It makes you feel happy. And we're here to play Doctor Who Legacy. Susan and Pete from the BBC are going to be here with us in about 10 minutes, and we've got the part 2 of our big Amazon giveaway, which is for $25. We're going to have 5 winners again, $25 giveaway, courtesy of Amazon. Thank you very, very much. We did hear some reports that it is an American dollar giveaway, but Susan will confirm that when she comes on in a minute. But we're going to be doing that again, and I'll open that giveaway probably in about 5 minutes and then leave it running for the whole thing. Obviously, if you are going for the giveaway, it's a pretty big one. I mean, this is real monetary value for things. If you're a Posse member, then you get an extra entry, and if you're a Addy patron, meaning you're a donator, you get an extra entry as well, and the patron button is below, and the Posse member thing is on the website, and I'm doing lots of hand movements as if I was a handy person. Now, I'm sure, hopefully, you're all aware that we have had an expert adipose level out now for over a week. So I'm fully expecting you all to have your expert adiposes and have them as a permanent member on your Doctor Who Legacy teams, because it would be absolutely inappropriate for you not to have an expert addy and a reminder of this stream and this show at all times. Now, it is time for us to check out your wonderful Jadoons, because if you remember, we had a Jadoon colouring competition a couple of weeks ago, and it was amazing. And well, I say the competition was amazing. The competition was amazing. Your entries were amazing, but we didn't have time to show them because we had Katie on. Was it Katie or was it Nicholas? Katie. It was the Katie one, wasn't it? It's because we had Katie on, so we didn't have time to show you them. So we're gonna show you some of them now. Some of our favourites. I've already picked our 2 winners, and remember, the winners aren't done on merit. This is the Doctor Who challenges are never done on merit. It's picked at random. But there were such good entries here. I really wanted to show you some of them. So this was, I picked out, I think, about 10 to show you. Thank you, Firebolt Avis. You're very kind. This is Nansoir's entry. Lovely bit of digital painting there, using wonderful kind of gradients and stuff. It looks great. I'd love to see that Jadoon character in a real cartoon. Would be fantastic. There's loads of entries. If you want to see the rest of these entries, then do just type in, search for DWL Challenge, which is the hashtag you have to use if you enter this competition. There's loads, and I don't have time to show them all. But Agrajag here is going to put a little kind of cartoon, little kind of comic strip with her little Hulk-like entry, which looked really, really good. Look at this one. I mean, obviously, it's unfair because some people know how to use these, Photoshop programs, and others of us don't. But that is awesome. Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely that is absolutely fantastic. Susan says just there, reminded that if you could retweet the fact that we're live, we would very much appreciate it, as it helps. Obviously, it all helps the show and therefore the game to grow. So Mocho Lofo Tokoko. So this one is great, and this was by Alex Webb, Orbital Wings, which is really, really cool. This was a big favourite of, I know Susan, we'll talk to her about again when it comes about it again. This was by V. Araquana or Verena, depending on which bit of the Twitter you look at. And this was a combination, it kind of broke the rules of the competition, but fine. It was a combination of a Jadoon and the tiny rebel bear. It's really cool. It's really cool. But of course, this isn't like a competition, so it's all for fun, so it doesn't matter. We had some crayon drawings, which is really, really cool there. Some designs came in quite similar. That was cool. The Snow Joke family, you'll know, or the Snows are all regular viewers. They've all got accounts here, and they all sat down as a family, and they all kind of did their own little version. You've got Osgood's Gingers, and somewhere else on here you've got Gemmas as well. Lovely one here by Liverpool Rose, who I know is a long-time viewer of the show. Really, really cool little decorations around the side and additional tattoos all over the place. And, of course, a little Doctor Who Legacy motif going on the Jadoon's armor. Really nice to see one here, focusing on the laser. I like the way different people have picked up different parts of the kind of character here. Chris Hinton has put lots of little Doctor Who Legacy artwork kind of throughout the actual kind of picture, kind of turning it in more of a kind of a collage and a montage, perhaps, rather than a image. Really like that idea. Some of you have gone down the kind of warrior route. Tiny Dancer here went down the kind of Roman route, as did a couple of other people's as well, which looked really, 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 really nice. So there was really cool stuff. Now, the winner of the Jadoon Doctor Who Legacy Challenge was Jen Devine. So congratulations to you. I shall be sending you a code for one time crystal, only one though, mind. And the winner of last week's, which was the Adipose expert level competition, was, he says, looking around for what found earlier. I can't even find it, Captain. Have I managed to close the file that gave me the win? Not gave me the win. That'd be weird. Oh, it was Cherie. I remember. It was Cherie. I did a random number generator earlier, and Cherie got the win. So congratulations to Cherie. You got yourself a time crystal, like a little thing you. Now, you may have already noticed this, so those of you who are very, very eagle-eyed, but we need to do this properly, so let's do it properly. So, my friends, once again, you come here for a challenge. Now, this has been requested by Lee. Yes, you're right. That Lee of Tiny Rebel Games. Those of you who are having fun with the on-screen chat, please show me lots of pictures of Lee. Now, Lee enjoyed the colouring Jadoon competition so much that we had a week off with the expert adipose one. Well, he wants to go back to drawing and colouring. He thought it was really, really good and he wants to see some more of it. So, if you head over to my Twitter, you will see I have just tweeted out the black and white version of the 12th Peter Capaldi Doctor. For this week's Doctor Who Challenge, Doctor Who Legacy Challenge, just for fun, we would like you to colour that in or decorate that in any style of your choosing. Some of our favourites will show on the show. It's like a repeat of a repeat. Some of our favourites we will show next week, but we'll just pick a time crystal winner at random from all of the entries. If you would like to find the picture, come back across. I shall show you my desktop of beautiness. If you just come over to, there's the music I'm playing. If you come over to my Twitter, and you should be following me already, but if you're not, it's at the Adipose TV. It's here. You sound English, and I'm assuming maybe Susan and Cherie will get a copy up on the Facebook page at some point as well. But if you want it, you can go and grab it straight from here. You can just grab it, right-click on it, save image as or copy image, and do whatever you want. If you want to paint it digitally in Photoshop or Paint or whatever, that's absolutely fine. If you want to print it out and do it with crayons or watercolors or not blood, or goo, that is absolutely fine earlier as well. So that's this week's Just for Fun Doctor Who Legacy competition. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. After all the creative Doctor Jadoons, I want to see what creative doctors we get. You don't just have to go, photorealistic or anything like that. You can do whatever style you want. Let's see if Susan and Pete are ready for some Doctor Who Legacy action. If not, then I'm just going to have to play the game. And I have to warn you guys, I'm quite tired today because most of you know I'm a school teacher. And yesterday and today were our kind of first days back. So I'm a little tired. So my verbal and gem matching skills might be a little shiitake mushroom. But we'll give it a go anyway. Let's give them a call. Hello?
Hello.
Ah, you are here.
I am here.
Oh, I'm echoing really badly on someone.
Sorry, that's me. It's off now.
Yay! We're getting everyone to draw a Capaldi. How exciting is that?
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
That was Lee's suggestion. So thank you to Lee, wherever Lee is. He emailed me that one earlier. No, he emailed me that last week.
He just cut his finger open, so he's dealing with his finger. He's managed to slice between his fingers with a crisp bag or something like that.
So run that one more time.
Packaging. Sorry, it had nothing to do with potato chips. He was trying to open some cardboard, and he managed to cut between two of his fingers. You know, like what is it called? Like a crotch finger.
So not crisps.
No, not crisps. It would have been funnier. I should have just gone with the crisp thing.
I don't know whether to be sympathetic or bemused.
Well, I did help him. I've put this like liquid Band-Aid stuff on, which apparently is really, really painful. So I've made it worse.
Oh, poor Lee.
I told him to suck it up and be mad about it, you know?
Oh, that sounds bad.
But isn't that marriage pain?
It is. It is. Marriage is pain.
Well, we're still recovering from our excitement of having Katie Manning on last week. If any of you missed it, it's up on YouTube, which is obviously the Adipose, youtube.com/theadipose TV. And I know Susan's been pushing it out. How exciting was it to have her on last week?
That was brilliant.
It was so much fun.
Right.
It was lovely having her on and getting all that kind of very, very unique take on life and acting and hearing all the kind of exciting things that she's been up to. So, Pete, who are you lining up for us next? Come on.
Oh, it'll be unfair to say, but I'd really like to get Noel Clark on next.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. You've made little Noli noises before, so it'd be lovely to have him here. So, how are both of your guys' weeks? What have you been up to?
Oh, crikey. It's been a very busy week. Obviously, we had the bank holiday Monday. So we're trying to squeeze everything we'd normally squeeze into a week in 4 days. Doing lots of stuff on Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the Doctor Who Minecraft stuff is going to be released for all of the PlayStation platforms by the end of the month. Which will be...
It was initially an Xbox exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah. But obviously, Microsoft bought Mojang, who make Minecraft, and their plan is to roll it out to all of the other platforms, which is really great for fans. But for Doctor Who Legacy, wow, we have got so much stuff going on. It's going to be great. It's Susan, I will let you tell people about all of the new stuff.
Yeah, you know what? We just keep being so busy. We never really seem to let up. Things are, I think, going smoothly now with the additions of the Sonic Adventures in the kids area after that little hiccup that we had with iOS. And people seem to really be enjoying it, which is cool. Last night we did a patch and we launched 2 expert levels, Tom Baker and expert Jackson Lake, which is cool. And we're going to keep rolling out more of those because these are like the sort of more challenging set of expert levels. So they'll keep coming. And so these are the best of the expert characters. So we thought it was right to start that off with the 4th Doctor. And we are going to start, as of next week, rolling out about 10 additions per week to who can upgrade to rank 6. We're kind of metering it out. It's actually pretty time consuming to do it. So Kunda and the Seed guys have said about 10 a week are going to be coming. So expect that to start next week so that people can rank up the rest of their teams. And we're busy.
When you start having levels which are required, 'cause at the moment it's a luck. Am I right in saying it's kind of a luxury at the moment rather than a necessity?
Yeah. I mean, they'll be particularly useful for the expert levels. Mainly because we're trying not to go too much, further with the difficulty of the core game itself. Like we kind of feel like we've hit a nice point there, at least for a little while. So I would say that most of it's going to be for those by that point, that you get to the expert levels, and certainly it'll make it a bit easier for those who find the end game challenging anyway, because some people do, a lot of people do. This will sort of make it a bit more manageable for someone who's maybe a less hardcore gamer.
Is the level 60 thing eventually going to make it to all characters, or are you just going to?
It will, yes. All characters will eventually hit rank 6. Yes, for sure.
And do I understand correctly now that there's now exclusive members of a very, very exclusive 1,000-star club?
Yes, there are. Yeah, I've seen a few people. I hadn't even quite realized that was coming this week. But yes, we've reached the ability to have 1,000 stars.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome.
Also, if you're in the chat, if you're a member of the 1,000 High Club, then give me
and meanwhile, I mean, the big focus right now is on the upcoming season 9, which which has been a lot of Lee and Peter. I've actually stayed in the dark about a lot of it because I just don't want to ruin the fun if I don't have to. So I let Lee ruin his fun, and I've been watching the awesome art coming in though.
Sorry,
what's that?
I was going to say it's really funny because I had these conversations with Lee, and he says we need to know what's going to happen in episodes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and I go, okay, so I can't do it in the office because I can't do it out loud, so nobody else can hear. So I need to do it when I get home, and I do it, and I start saying it, and he goes, no, don't tell me anymore. And it's like, no, oh, I do, So
you see people in the channel. This is what Lee goes through for you. Lee bleeds to make this game awesome.
He does suffer. You know what? I suffer as well because I have to read the scripts and watch the previews even when they're not finished. So,
what's the preview like filmed but not fully?
Some of the stuff is filmed, and some of the stuff has the special effects added, and some of it doesn't, and some of it has the final audio effects and things.
I'm really interested to see that. I'm not sure I'd want to see them, but I'd be fascinated to see how the initial filming look compares to the final polished product. I bet it's quite a huge.
Actually, to be honest, it's not, because we the guys at BBC Worldwide who work on licensing and stuff, and working on games and merchandising, we still don't get to see the episodes until quite late on in production. So, what we see is actually really close to what is actually finally broadcast. So it's. It's a thrill. We did a whole day of watching the first 8 episodes 2 weeks ago, and it's
tough time working with the BBC, isn't it?
Sorry.
It's tough time working for the BBC if you've got to go into work and watch 8 hours of Doctor Who back to back. Must have been a tough one.
It's rough, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a lot tougher than you think. It's not. You're not sitting on your sofa watching it. It's.
No, I'm sure you're not. That's right. I apologise.
It's in a warehouse in Cardiff.
Now, Susan, I'm going to open up the this week's Addy Gold raffle, which is obviously another 5 copies of the Amazon giveaway. But
it's US coins. Yes. I read the fine print after it on the spreadsheet, and it says that you have to use them on Amazon.com, the US site.
Does that mean they can? Does that mean they can or cannot use it in Legacy? Or
well, I think since it's only for purchasing apps, I tend to think that means you need to be in the US.
Unless you've got a US store. Okay.
Yeah, or a friend in the US, you want to give it to whatever. I just don't want to mislead anyone into spending their Addy Gold. It does say it's specifically the Amazon US App Store.
Cool. Well, it's still a huge giveaway. I mean, it's still this is 5 $25 Amazon coin prizes, which you can spend in apps. It sounds like it's through the American store. And of course, there may be a way to get that to work in other stores, using whatever internet methods there are. But that's entirely down to you. Obviously, this is a giveaway between Amazon and Tiny Rebel Games, and no other association with Twitch and so on.
Exactly. This was the nice people at Amazon. We have a huge promo going this week with Amazon. It's actually really quite cool. If you go on to Amazon US to the merchandise pages for like the DVDs and stuff, you'll see us promoted, which is neat. And yeah, with a wake screen for the tablets this week in the US, which is cool.
So what do we get out? Because I was kind of expecting us to be not that I in a purely positive way. I was kind of expecting us to be kind of like plugging some Amazon things. So
well, they're our retail partner, for Kindle and some Android players. So they make money every time we make money. Cool. So it's good for everybody.
Buy your new legacy stuff through Amazon, please.
Yeah, exactly. They've been really wonderful, really supportive. It's a smaller ecosystem than Apple and Google, but they've been incredibly supportive, and they really want to. Make the game as big as possible on the Amazon store. So anyone who's playing on Amazon, which is anyone who's on a Kindle or anyone who uses it on their Android device, because we support all the Android stuff is supported there. When you log in, you'll get what's called an entitlement. This is something we only added a couple months ago, and we've only been using it sort of seldom for some promotions, but basically it means you don't have to enter a promo code. You simply log on, you get into the game, you'll see a pop-up about it, and it'll unlock the 12th Doctor if you don't have him, and it'll unlock the Tangerine costume from last Christmas. So that's this week. So that's anybody who's on Amazon, whether or not they're a new install, an old install, whatever. If you have a device around and you want to add it onto it and it's Android, you can do that. And so that's running through to Saturday. I think it's over. So it's only another couple of days left for that. And that's why they gave us these coins to give away as well. And Amazon, now owns Twitch, like the parent company of Twitch. So they're really
work for them.
Well, so they're really excited that we're doing something that we've had so much success on here with a mobile game, because it is a very console centric site, Twitch. So they want to encourage more of that, and so that was why they gave us the codes, was to sort of help the cause, so to speak.
So please do, if you've got friends around who either play Doctor Who Legacy or just into Doctor Who, or to be blunt, just want some Amazon coins, encourage them to come along next week or the week after. I think we're doing this 5 times in a row. How many have we got?
We three more weeks.
3 more weeks. So please do us a favor and encourage people to come along on the Thursday night shows. Help us help you, help us help you. The bigger we get, the more stuff we'll have to give away, and the more international megastars we'll be able to have on the show. Just like Pete, who is an international megastar.
Hello.
What do we think about River? How have we not even talked about River yet?
Why have we not talked about River?
Are we excited? Oh God, you and your spoiler thing. You probably haven't read then, have you?
If you're about to spoil me, I'm going to throw down.
No, I'm not going to say anything. I forgot. I won't spoil. We'll pass that subject that everybody else in this channel knows about, other than Addie.
I bet they don't.
I bet they do.
I bet they don't.
If they're online and they search for Doctor Who news, they could very easily find out what I'm talking about.
They probably could.
Yes, but we won't. We'll leave that. We'll leave it aside. I know how you hate to have things spoiled for you. That's a good thing that you don't have to be working on season 9.
Better not get spoilers coming up in my Doctor Who Legacy. I will throw down. All right. Onward. Right, I'm gonna start kicking some ass on these levels while you guys are telling me all cool, loads of this cool stuff that's happening in Legacy and the expanded Doctor Who verse. So the preparations for season 9. So obviously, Pete, you've been talking about you and Lee kind of plotting deep into the night on this kind of stuff. How kind of are we still using the same plan of a level or something coming out the day or the week after the episode?
Yes. We haven't learned from our past. Exactly.
Fantastic.
Oh, yes, we are.
The first few stories are double parters, so that's going to be cool. So
are they? Because there was a conscious choice to move away from the double partners, wasn't there? What can you? Is there a reason why they've decided to go back on that, or is it an experiment, or what?
I just think the stories they really needed it. It doesn't happen for the whole series, but for the first few stories, there they are.
Some of the absolute best stories of the Doctor Who reboot have been the two-parters, because they have been given so much room to breathe. The famous ones, Family of Blood, and Are You My Mummy, and And there's some two-parters that you think maybe not didn't necessarily need to be stretched out that much, but the ones that need it, like you said, they're so much better for it.
Yeah, no, I agree, and there's some great storytelling in this season, so it's gonna be a good one.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Me and Clary and Izzy are very much looking forward to it.
We currently have on the art side, the first 4 episodes in the new season are in some state of underway to completion. So we're actually in reasonably good shape thanks to Peter. I would have panicked a couple weeks ago, but I'm feeling less panicked.
It's a bit less panicky than last year, that's for sure.
It is, right? Yeah.
We're a bit further ahead.
Yes. So that's all cool. And, thinking ahead beyond that, we have some other plans that are just way, way early days that we're starting to put in the works. And, Christmas is probably going to be a little bit different this year because of the way the season lined up this year, right into December means that we're going to have to change things up a little bit as far as how we do our usual December promotions.
I saw your note in the newsletter about saying, thank you to everyone for supporting you guys in the premium for the first time, the kids area and the Sonic Adventure, which I'm playing here. How has the take up of the premium content been?
It's been good. It's been especially the first few days, it was quite massive, and it's been very steady, I would say. It's a massive game right now, so it's making sure we can get the word out to people who don't follow us on social media, who didn't know it was coming. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's this percentage of the audience who knows everything that we're doing the minute that we do it, before we do it, and then there's 90% of the world who has no idea, and so all they see is what they get when they boot up the game. So it's Sonic Adventures. What's that? So it's trying to educate people.
It was I think. Sorry if I'm putting words in your mouth here, but obviously you've experimented with lots of different forms of things, such as the adverts and things like this. Would you say that the premium content thing has been a successful experiment that is likely to be repeated in the future, or is it too early?
I think so. I mean, we don't want everything to be premium, and I think that
you've got two new expert levels out this week and everything, which is great.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. I had definitely have had people questioning it, saying, I unlocked the Fen era. I didn't think anything else was ever going to cost any money. It's like, well, look, we've been out here nearly 2 years now.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Most sensible people would be like, okay, we're going to get a sequel out, or we're going to do other things, and we could do that. We could say, hey, we're just going to do a premium app this time, and it's going to be $10. But instead, the problem with that is that it makes you sort of throw away everything you had, and we know that a lot of people have spent a lot of time and money in some cases collecting 1,000 stars worth of characters, and we'd rather offer them opportunities within the auspices of the game as opposed to starting something completely different. And so it's optional stuff, and no matter how you say that, people are like, you sold out, you're charging for something. Like, yes, bastards that we are. Yeah, it costs money to make the game. We have to keep everyone paid, and people keep asking for actors, the likenesses, but they want to hear that there's something in it for them. Everyone, it's a business in the end. So as much as we would love to just do this for free for the rest of our lives, we do have to keep finding ways of
and a lot of the content, Susan, is still free.
Absolutely. 80 hours of free. Yeah, it's crazy.
Exactly. A huge amount of content is free. And, we'll continue doing free content. That's really important. But at the same time, we need to be able to fund the production of the game. So, and we really appreciate the fans that are willing to throw in a couple of quid to get this stuff done, and we'll continue to do it as well. As long as we can continue to make the cost of the game viable, then we'll continue to create new content, and this season 9 that's coming up, I think you'll see there's some really amazing content that we're going to do, and I'm really excited about it. So
yes, and thank you to everyone who has unlocked it. If you haven't, I hope you think about it, because it really does go a long way in terms of keeping everything going.
And this is good quality content as well, as you can see from all the new characters, the storylines.
I think we packed a lot of value into it as well. You know, you unlock the Sonic Adventures, you get a full team of 50s, which, you know, you may not even have any level 50 characters yet. You get a full team of them, which, you know, one of the things people forget is that means you get a full team of 50s, right? That means that pretty much the whole game is playable to you suddenly, you know, in terms of jumping around and doing expert levels and things like that. Like that's another cool benefit of it. Plus you get to unlock like another 20 characters. So, you know, I think we've, as usual, tried to make things a really good value, not just a, you know, a cash grab.
Well, you know, Lee and Susan often give me a call and say, you know, we want to do this, we want to do that, and I say, that's brilliant. You know, we can do it. We can do it. Obviously, we've got to pay the actors for their likenesses and, you know, the writers for the monsters they created. How are we going to monetize it? And they go, oh, you know, we're going to give it away for free because it's going to be amazing. And it's like, I really want to give it away for free as well, but I have to pay some money to these people to, you know, for the things they've created or own.
Money getting in the way of everyone's fun.
I know.
Speaking of money, thank you very, very much to Team M&M who just became Addy patrons. Very much appreciated. I don't know what are your real nicknames, and if I'll add your golden star to your Twitch nicknames. Just send me a message on something, whoever, to tell me what your Twitch nicknames are, and I'll sort that out for you after the stream. Remember, our giveaway for Amazon is still going on. I'm going to close that in about 20 minutes. We currently have 14,000 tickets entered, and of course that includes all the bonus tickets people get for being Addy patrons or Posse members. You've got 20 minutes to enter or re-enter for that. And we're going to take a little break, so we'll be back in about 2 minutes' time. You can get scribbling on your Peter Capaldi pictures if you wish. Remember, you can grab that on my Twitter, or you can simply grab a cup of coffee, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Be right back. Well, hello everyone. We're back. Well, I'm back, and Susan's back. I don't think Pete's back. I'm sure he'll turn up at some point. Which is very, very cool. You've got just under 15 minutes left to enter the Amazon $25 coin giveaway using AdiGold. Normal rules apply. Remember, you have to be following the channel. A reminder that this week's Doctor Who Legacy challenge is to colour in a picture of Peter Capaldi, which is currently on my Twitter. Susan, are you going to put that up on your Facebook as well?
Yes, I will. Definitely. I'll do that today.
Or Cherie or
for someone. Sure, yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to have a chance to win a single time crystal for fun or to have it shown on next week's stream, you need to tweet that back at me and Susan. But the main thing is you need to use the hashtag DWL challenge, DWL challenge. And I'll search for that later in the week. And thank you very much to public thank you to Tiny Dancer, who was nice enough to make me the lists of all the people that have entered for me to be able to easily randomly pick a person. So thank you to her. Great. I'm going to check and see if anyone's tweeted me a picture already. Is anyone that speedy at colouring?
Ha.
Not yet. Not yet. Although I suppose people are taking the opportunity to do this properly.
As long as I don't go over the lines.
I didn't actually have a go at the other one. I mean, maybe I should colour one and load up the old art software and things.
You should. and I do have to get you our son, Thaddy. He'll be upset with me that I haven't to you.
Yeah, we'll go and get him to do the Capaldi one. We'll show him next week. I'm sure he'll be.
For sure, yeah.
I'm sure we'll get Ard out of the room.
Yes, we've been working on colouring in the lines.
If Ard is a verb, I'm not sure. Last week, Pete's gonna have to put his hands over his ears for this little bit. But after the show last week, I downloaded a Doctor Who Skyrim mod, which is obviously completely unofficial, and you could in the world of Skyrim, you could come across a TARDIS. You had to fight through some sort of like dwarven lair, and you could find a little TARDIS, and then you could fly around the world of Skyrim. And get this, and get this: when your character then died or almost died, he didn't die. He regenerated, but you can only regenerate 12 times, and then your character actually died. How cool is that?
That's cute.
I then had to take it off because
it's totally unofficial, unsanctioned.
It's completely illegal, and I've reported him to the local authorities as we speak for making such a hideously wonderful mod. Okay, Pete, you can listen again now. I'm sorry.
We actually have a brand protection department who, yes, well, details do I? They're called the brand protection department, so.
I'm sure you'll be hearing from them, but it was an interesting experience that I'm sure no one should go and play.
Was it a fan mod sort of thing?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, all Skyrim modding is unofficial and done by things, but it was just a little bit fun. So I thought I would mention it. How are your guys' other projects coming along, Susan? I know you're working on that racing game, and of course these are our fears. How are those projects
Everything's coming on great? Yeah, Flat Out's coming along really well. We actually just got a new build from those guys today, and so we're hard at work on that, and shows a lot of promise. And yes, we're also working on the Fear game as well. Early days still on that, but yes.
How do you decide how to kind of allocate your time amongst you? Do you just kind of do whatever you feel like, or have you got an actual kind of like, well, this is the deadline for this, I'm going to prioritize this, or how does it work?
No, we have to prioritize. We're too small to do anything else. So yes, we absolutely prioritize.
Is there like
when you're a small company and only so much time in the day, you kind of have to.
Well, yeah, this is what I was going to say. So what is
stuff which pays us comes first?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So no, I mean, most of our focus right now is, well, it will always be significantly on Doctor Who, of course, and also now Flat Out, and then the Fears game is sort of a slow burn on the side, but definitely coming along and making progress.
And what about you, Pete? What other pies do you have your finger in if the metaphor isn't quite obscene?
Well, so I'm in charge of drama and children's at BBC Worldwide. So for digital entertainment and games. So Doctor is a big focus. Lego Dimensions is still taking up a lot of my time. And the starter pack's out on the 29th of this month. The Doctor Who specific pack is out on the first week in November, I think. But obviously, there's lots of Doctor Who content in the starter pack. What else am I doing? Well, Legacy is now taking up a lot more time because of the upcoming season. So there's lots of approvals to do and lots of new artwork and gameplay script that needs to go through all of our standard approval process. But in terms of children's, I also get to work on lovely things like Hey Dougie and Sarah and Duck, Charlie and Lola. So we're doing lots of stuff ready for Christmas. Yeah, which, Addy, I'm sure you will love to buy.
Oh, I keep meaning to grab you off stream and ask you what Hey Dougie stuff that you would recommend for Izzy, because she's well into it. One of my friend's daughters is really into what's the other one you mentioned? Something to do with Lola. I haven't watched it myself.
Charlie and Lola.
One of my friend's kids is really into Charlie and Lola. I keep meaning to grab you off screen and kind of like, what really cool BBC merchandise is there for these kind of programs, because they love them.
Yeah, there's actually lots. There's lots and lots. But Hey Dougie and Sarah and Duck are certainly two of the big priority titles for us this year. Yeah. And they're so much fun, and they're lovely. They make me smile. So, and I don't have any kids,
guys. If you haven't seen Hey Dougie, I know this is a Doctor Who show, and I promise you'll get back to Doctor Who Legacy.
Yeah, sorry.
But Hey Dougie is such a charming little kid show, even for adults. I am completely entranced by it. It is gorgeous.
I do a really good Dougie impression.
Oh yeah, go on then.
Oh, woo.
Yes, indeed. Do you often get Dougie hugs when you do that around the office?
Absolutely, that's why I do it. Dougie hugs are important, right?
I have to finally watch this. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Okay,
yeah, you might. It's pretty good. It's a little bit too young unfortunately for Lanyon, but it's a great show. It's really cool. But awesome. We've got the PlayStation Minecraft stuff coming out this month, and in December we've got the Little Big Planet Doctor Who skins coming out, which is going to be cool.
Wow! Sorry, back up. Say that again.
Little Big Planet, the Little Big Planet PlayStation game.
Yes. I was heavily involved in their betas and did loads of tutorials on. It was my biggest tutorial series before I did Doctor Who Legacy. Ironically,
I had no idea. So we are doing 4 packs of Doctor Who character costumes.
That's so cool. Get me a code, Pete. Get me a code. Please, Pete, give me a code. I'll do a video for you.
So yeah, I think that's going to be out in December. So yeah, very cool.
That's very exciting. Oh, a cute little Peter Capaldi. Oh, and a cute little Sack Dalek. Come on, guys, Sack Dalek.
That's awesome.
Cyber Sack.
I'm going to say that there might be a Dalek in there. Might be a Capaldi. There might be, other characters, Zygons or Cybermen. There might be any of those. You'll just have to wait.
I'm excited. I'm going to go and talk Claire of that after the stream. Right, we've got you got the last 3 or 4 minutes for you to enter. Oh, I just completed a level. Huzzah for me! Everyone's laughing at me.
Huzzah for you!
Everyone's laughing at me begging for a code. Hi, I'm Addy, code beggar. You've got about 5 minutes to enter for the Amazon giveaway, so this will be your last opportunity today. And once the opportunity has gone, it has gone until next week. Followed by an awkward silence. I feel I've done something bad. What have I done? It wasn't my fault.
No, what?
I don't know. Everyone's really quiet.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Do we need to do questions? Is there any questions?
Yeah, any questions?
Yes, guys. Yeah. I haven't been looking at the question thing because I've been busy playing the game. So I've dismissed all the questions, but use it. ! Question, stick them up there, and I will put your questions to Pete and Susan. It can be about Legacy. It can be about Doctor Who. Please don't spoil them.
It can be about Lee's fingers.
It can be about any of the stuff we've kind of talked about today, which would be really, really, really cool. Pete, do not spoil me. But are there any episodes in particular that have caught your eye with the new series? You know, things that have really made you kind of go, "Oh, that's a good idea."
The first two. Yeah, the first two.
Oh, really? Cool.
Mm.
I think it's difficult to do a series opener, isn't it? Like, it must be difficult because you've got to catch people's attentions, and people expect something big, and you've got to have the traditional kind of explosions, but at the same time, the hardcore fans are looking for something kind of novel and original, and it must be a really tricky balance to get together. So I'm really hoping it does come.
No, it is. I mean, the first two are really good, and I've seen them, and I was privileged enough to actually do the two of the sets, and it's amazing. TV movie magic is just incredible. I did the sets, and I thought, oh, okay, some plywood. But then I saw it in its finished form. It was just like it's the most amazing thing, and the first two episodes will grip you, and actually they might make you think a little bit as well. And there might be
Don't do it.
No, okay, I'm not going to say any more. That's it. They're great.
Good. Looking forward to
it. What questions do we have, Addy? I see some going past.
We do, Hal. I'm just busy doing a time level. You know how well that goes. We've got... when does the new season start again? When does the new season start from Dragonheart and Soul? Lee, that's to you. Sorry, Pete, that's to you.
December 19th.
December?
September
the 19th. Okay, so it's
like 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. It's not far.
2 weeks away. Thank you.
And so you can expect the first level based on that on Sunday, the day after, like we did last year, so that everyone has time to see it, spoiler-wise.
I'm going to abandon this time level so I can ask you guys questions. I'll do the time level next week. When did the Dabflow says, Susan, can you bring the names of the time fragments back to the items tab, please? What's that all about? Someone doesn't change of display.
I guess, yeah. I think we tried to just make the information more useful, like where you get them and stuff, as opposed to cluttering up we were trying to make it less cluttered, the UI.
This is from, ironically, Doctor Who Legacy. Doctor Who Legacy says, Susan, do you have a release date for the Fears game?
No, not yet.
Is that just like basically a long way off?
No, it's not that it's that far off, but we're nowhere near being able to say when it's coming.
Attack Eyebrow says, Susan, will there be an opportunity? Attack Eyebrow, my brain's just caught up with that. Really, it's an awesome name. Attack Eyebrow says, Susan, will there be a chance to vote on who we'd like to see go to level 6 sooner rather than later? That's a cool idea. Would it be possible for us to have one of those like community votes to?
It's not a bad idea. I don't have any problem with that. I will talk to Lee about that after the show. Lee, having people vote on which characters get to rank 6 first. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Consider it done.
Why don't you tweet either me or Susan with the people you'd like us to vote on? So any you'd be interested in seeing get to level 6. Just give us a flavour, an idea of who you'd like to see, and then maybe we'll kind of do a vote between some of the most popular ones.
Yeah.
But tweet us your ideas, and we'll
for sure. Yeah, we'll go with it. I'll think about doing something more formal afterwards. But yeah, absolutely. Please do tweet us. I see questions about fan area levels. Absolutely, there are new fan area levels in the works. In particular, right after season 9 launches, there's going to be a new fan area level with a costume drop related to the new season. Will not say what that is. He was glaring at me like I was about to spoiler. I will not. And also, very soon, imminently in the works, I think maybe next week, maybe the following week, is going to be a new fan area level, which will drop the fan area version of Katie Manning. And this is the special signature series. This is the first of these. So it's actually going to have her real autograph across the image. Waiting to actually see what that looks like. But I think it's really cool. So she's going to be coming. We're going to be doing the same thing during season 9 at some point during it for the fan area. These are only going to be for the fan area, the signature series. Doing the same thing with Ace. We'll be doing the same thing with Colin Baker as well.
And will these signature series just be unlocked in the usual way through expert levels, or will there be like a special?
No, fan era. These are fan era characters. This is the fan era version of those characters. Yes, and they're going to have their real autograph, which they were kind enough to provide to us in Anglicon, and we're hoping to do more of these, like because we keep going to events with all these guys, so we're going to try and get some more autographs to get on these characters. But I think it's going to be really neat.
Dr. Davros says, "Is there any update on Bigger on the Inside?"
Only that it's I know it has been a while, and now we're kind of dealing with how to fit all this stuff in. So yes, it's still in the works. Yes, we talked to Lai and Nathan all the time, and it is coming. I just don't have a date yet, but it's definitely in the works. We still have some approvals to get taken care of, but because sometimes we go heavily into classic Doctor Who with Bigger on the Inside, and so sometimes it's approvals that we don't have yet in terms of characters we haven't cleared yet. So, but yes, it is still in the works.
The Knee Doctor says, "Susan, are you planning to bring Legacy to Windows Phone?" I'll expand that question slightly. Is there any plans to bring Legacy to anything else, any other format that it isn't currently on in the future?
Probably not. I would say if we do, Steam is the most likely next suspect. We have talked about doing it. It would be nice to do it. I'd love to see it be on Steam. As far as Windows goes, we sort of spoke too soon when we said we were there. We thought it was happening, and it turned out it was much more onerous than we thought it was. And now everything's going to Windows 10, so we've even gotten caught in the middle of an operating system transition. Is
consoles a bridge too far?
I would love to do it, but it would be an expensive undertaking. So, if anyone has $1.5 million burning a hole in their pocket,
just lying around, yeah.
Reach out to me.
Would it be a big risk as well, like not necessarily a guaranteed return?
Well, there are going to be all the people who already play it on mobile, so it's a sort of question mark about how much market there is for it. I think
would be a sensible assumption that most people with consoles would also have a smartphone or would have Facebook.
You'd probably want to change it up a bit. I think like what Gung Ho did with Puzzle and Dragons is a good example. They did a standalone Puzzle and Dragons game for the Wii U, I forget which it is, or is it DS? Is it DS? Puzzle and Dragons, the Nintendo version? It's DS. Yeah, sorry. And I think people liked it. I have no idea how it did. It'd be interesting to see. And they turned it more into a standalone experience that wasn't built around, random mechanics and stuff like that, and rare drops and so forth. So
I still want you guys to use the artwork to make Doctor Who Hearthstone. Every time I speak to Lee, I'm going to have to just yell at that. Doctor Who Hearthstone, use the artwork. It's amazing. Do it, Lee. Make it happen. And Pete.
But it would be awesome. I'd love to see a DS version of Legacy,
It would be great. It's time for us to do our giveaway. So I've closed the raffle and I've stuck on the tombola. Guys, if you've got any more questions, of course you can ask them on the Facebook pages and things like that, and we can obviously take loads more questions next week. I didn't realize we had so many questions. I apologize for not asking earlier, but we will try and do some more next week. Now having 5 winners for this, is that right?
Yes, correct.
Cool. So good luck, everybody. If your name comes up more than once, I will pick again. We're only going to give 1 prize per person, and I'll message your name. And obviously, you need to be following the channel, otherwise the bot won't pick you. So if you're not yet following the channel, hit that follow button. It's not too late. It will still pick up, even at this late point. Good luck, everybody. Our first winner is Shido Hari. There you go. I'm so tired. I'm reading words backwards. Before I pick number 2, Pete, any things you'd like to plug before we finish for today?
Not really. I'd just like to say there's been a few comments on the sorry,
chat
about I'd really love to work for BBC. Yes, you probably would, except it's torture because I get to see some of the stuff. I've got no idea how the series will end because it's all so top secret. You only get to know if you work in Cardiff. So it's just so frustrating. I want to know, but I'll only find out when everybody else does. So, yeah.
Second winner, Fate69. Congratulations, Fate69. I shall do a little plug now. Remember, of course, Doctor Who Legacy Challenge. Use the hashtag ColourInYourCapaldi and get that to me by next week. And then next week's stream, I will announce a random winner and show off some of our favorites as well. And don't forget, of course, I stream it all the time, and I've got loads of stuff on my YouTube channel now. I've got me and Clary are doing Great British Bake Off reviews every week. Me and Spud are doing a nice little podcast where we talk about all sorts of things, including Doctor Who and Not the Bits and Bobs. And my Skyrim roleplay is up there as well, without the BBC Doctor Who copyright red issues on there, because I took that out. So, and our winner number 3 is Tiny Dancer. Congratulations, Tiny Dancer 485. Enjoy your American dollars to spend in Sweden. Susan, your turn. Plug some stuff.
DoctorWhoLegacyGame.com is the website, which has all the information you could possibly need. And follow us on Twitter at Doctor Who Legacy, on Facebook, Doctor Who Legacy. Rate the game, please, especially now that there's a new update out. iOS, everything starts over every time there's an update. So if you could rate us, we'd be greatly appreciative of that.
Thank you very much. Our winner number 4 is Fate Again. So we're going to draw again. Tikir. Congratulations, Tikir. You have got code number 4. Is there anything else we've got to plug? Just trying to think. Obviously, next week's show, same time, same channel, same place. Please come and join us. And of course, if you've missed any of this show or you want to recommend the show to your friends, this will. I've been pretty good recently. This will be up by tomorrow morning, up on YouTube.
Actually, somebody on the chat suggested, "Am I dying?" Hopefully not. I don't feel like I'm dying. I'll be back next week, hopefully. So yeah, have a good week, everyone. It's my birthday next week.
Oh,
yay! Happy birthday!
I'll be 36 again.
36 again. Congratulations.
Yeah,
and our final winner is Jen Devine. It's been a lucky night for Jen Devine with 2 wins in a single show. Congratulations. And I've pasted that across to Susan as well. Well, that is it. That is the show. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. As usual, I will play some adverts and then chuck a bunch of Addy Gold your way to say thank you for coming along. Any final thoughts from anyone before we depart? Take that as a no.
Well, no,
That's it.
back on the, so it's going to be great. And also, the Doctor Who fan show on YouTube with Crystal will be every week reviewing the current episode. And yeah, it's going to be great.
Cool.
Awesome.
Fantastic. All right. We're off, my friends. You have been fantastic. So has Susan, so has Pete. And you know what?
Good night.
Yeah. That's what I was going for. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.